All right, let's jump right into it. Seattle Seahawks pulled off the win last Sunday in New England. With the travel and with the short week of practice, a lot of people wrote the Seahawks off. They won 31-24 over a really good New England Patriots team. Lacey, how good was that goal line stance at the end of the game?
Real quick, do you guys remember the scores we guessed at the end?
Did you nail it?
I don't know. I feel like that score is looking really familiar.
Check the podcast.
If I nailed
ladies
it,
and gents.
I should get
when this is over, though. All right, Lacey, that goal line stance, though. How about it?
Oh, my goodness, you guys. So the announcer said, do these teams have to end every game on the goal line when they play each other? And I loved that because it's so exciting to watch. Luckily, it was in the Hawks' favor this time. And yes, Christian, the defense was incredible. The Patriots, at the end of the game there, they have 4 chances to get in the end zone. They give the ball to their running back, LeGarrette Blount, to get the touchdown, and the Hawks don't allow that. They give the ball to Brady for a shot. Hawks don't allow it. And finally, they look for their massive tight end in Gronkowski, and no go there. Hawks are holding them. And loved having Cam Chancellor back for the Hawks. His first game back after being out for the last 4 games. Everyone knew that last attempt for the Patriots to score was going to Gronkowski, and Chancellor is not letting it happen. So just super fun to watch this defense grit down and get the job done.
All right, that leads me. Kellen, you are now a former wide receiver.
Why do you just say things
there
like
that? There was a lot of contact on that 4th down play from the 1-yard line. What did you think about the play?
I love good football. Wanted the Hawks to win. I am so glad they did not throw a flag there. If that play happens in the first quarter, I think they throw a flag, but they throw it on Gronk. If you watch the play, Gronk slips in to Cam Chancellor. Cam does a great job of keeping that slant option closed and keeping the fade option to his advantage. Gronk kind of tries to do a swim move and leans into Cam Chancellor, and it's so awesome because Belichick, Gronk, and Brady all look for the flag, but they weren't PO'd. They weren't very upset that they didn't call the flag, and that shows that they know deep down it was a great no call. I am so glad the refs did not throw a flag there.
Drew, what do you think about the game? What are your takeaways from it?
I think the Seahawks proved how good they really can be by beating the best coach of our era and Tom Brady at home. Mm-hmm. I think that's a huge win for the Hawks. I think it's a big momentum win. You always see the Hawks pick up after Week 8 and decide they're going to be the Seahawks of old. I think they finally did that. Russell Wilson still looks a little injured, but the kid spun the ball, and he had a fantastic game.
Yep.
He threw some unbelievable throws.
Spun it.
Just
spun the ball.
But so did Tom Brady. His throws to Edelman on those kind of quick fades or wheel routes were unbelievable. Best 2 quarterbacks in the league, in my opinion, Christian.
Could be. CJ Prosise got the start at running back last Sunday for the Seahawks. You know, based off of his performance, should we expect to see more from him now from the Seahawks?
Oh, he had a game on Sunday, 17 carries for 66 yards and 7 catches for 87 yards. He's a rookie coming from Notre Dame where he played wide receiver there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely hope to see more of him this season. He's a dual threat on the field and for this offense. The Seahawks made the decision to cut Christine Michael on Tuesday of this week. Pete Carroll said the release was really about the guys coming into the position, and we can assume he's talking about CJ Prosise as well as Thomas Rawls, who's expected to play this Sunday after being out for nearly 2 months due to a hairline fracture. So it'll be exciting to have him back on the field as well.
Yes, very exciting for the Seahawks. Doug Baldwin had a monster game for the Seahawks last Sunday against the Patriots. Kellen, what was working for him?
So Doug Baldwin, again, isn't the biggest guy out there. He's not Julio Jones. But what Doug Baldwin does so well is he gets off jams. If you watch that game, there's a linebacker normally in front of him, which is kind of what Linfield did to myself, which is where they star you. But he was about 5 yards off of him. And what I did against Linfield is I didn't even see the star. So I did not see the guy that was right in front of me. I run full speed, and that guy just rocks my world. What Doug Baldwin did a lot better than I did, which is why he's an all-pro, is he sees that pre-snap and does a quick shake off of the one guy and then jukes the safety and still gets the ball in the end zone. Again, credit to Russell Wilson for getting him the football, but Doug Baldwin's route running is so pristine, and that is why, in my opinion, he's a top 10 NFL wide receiver. I would have never said that a couple years ago. It's so cool to see how far he's come.
Yep, 6 catches, 59 yards, 3 touchdowns for Doug Baldwin. Really, really a big day for the Seahawks. So, Drew, I want to ask you, are Stephen Hauschka's efforts being overlooked?
We talked about this, 2 weeks ago, about the difference between how Bruce Arians treated his kicker, how the Vikings treat their kicker, and now how Pete Carroll treats his kicker. I think that Hauschka is one of the top kickers in the league, and I think, he is a bit overlooked because of the powerhouse Seahawk defense and the way Pete Carroll does things and the way the Hawks go about doing things. It's such a high-intensity, high-impact team that the finesse players like Hauschka don't really get a lot of shine. But I think Hauschka is one of the most consistent field goal kickers, one of the most reliable guys in the league right now, and I don't think he gets enough credit for it some days.
Yeah, he added 13 points last weekend for the Seahawks, so without his 4 field goals, the Seahawks lose the football game. So good job there by Stephen Hauschka.